got all of the main features you're going to need. So you can create contact forms, multiple pages, you can add maps. It's got SEO features, so you can put all of your keywords in there. It's even got a very basic e-commerce platform, so you can integrate it with, say, PayPal if you're selling individual items. So it's a good starting point. It's really easy to use. It's easy to build and maintain a basic website. You can keep adding content to it, add new pages and that type of thing. However, if you do have a budget, then I would definitely recommend considering WordPress. And even if you start off with Website Builder, maybe a little bit down the line, once you've got a bit of traction, got a few customers signed up, maybe think then about moving over to a WordPress platform. And we'll have a look at this now here. So what's the best web design tool overall? Well, if it's a main website as opposed to an e-commerce one, just a straightforward website, I would definitely recommend WordPress, because you're future-proofing your website. And WordPress, it's a really, really popular tool. In fact, over 25% of all websites on the web use WordPress. So it's a very, very popular platform. If you're building an e-commerce website, this is where you're selling online and you're taking payments, then look at Magento or PrestaShop. WordPress does come with some e-commerce functionality, and there's a particularly good tool called WooCommerce that you could use. Now, Magento is a very, very powerful tool. It's slightly more complex. PrestaShop less so, and you can get templates for it and that type of thing. So those are, if you're e-commerce, those are the types of platforms you should consider. In any case, all of these are actually free. They're what's called open source, and if you use web hosting like PickerWeb, we have a control panel called cPanel, and it has a one-click installation tool. So you just log in, click the installation, and it will set it all up for you. Now, all of these tools, they come under the umbrella name of content management systems, and the beauty in particular of WordPress is that it's not an exotic tool. It's very, very popular amongst web designers for a whole range of reasons. So there's a very, very competitive market, and that means that there are lower costs for you, and that's another thing to consider. If you're using WordPress, you'll find designers easy to A, build your website, and then B, maybe later on down the line, if you need changes made to it, you're going to find it very easy to find WordPress designers. Also, with WordPress, there are thousands and thousands of ready-made plugins, so you can add lots and lots of extra features to your website. Whatever you can think of, someone's built a plugin for it. Also, there's loads of ready-made templates. A lot of these will be mobile friendly. These days, that's really, really important, because people are browsing more and more with their mobile devices, whether that's phones or tablets, as opposed to sitting at home using a desktop. Also, another really positive point in WordPress's favor, it's very strong on SEO, so search engine optimization. This is so that you can get a better position in Google. Okay, so definitely overall would recommend WordPress for your web design. So if you get to the point where you want to choose a web design, if you're going to get someone to build it, obviously go on recommendations first. If you know somebody, they've got a local designer and you can meet up with them and discuss your needs, that's great. That's always good to make sure that you're getting someone who's been recommended to you. Obviously check the examples of their work, and ideally speak to their clients. You want to understand what was the process like, how did they respond to changes, was the pricing reasonable, and you just want to get a good feel for them. Check if they're okay with WordPress. What you want to try to avoid is getting stuck in with some kind of exotic tool that only they can make changes to, because you could then find yourself tied in, and if you do need changes,